What's going on, Kick Squad? It's Eric. Today we're going to talk about backswing. Got to get that in there. Backswing. What it is it useful, and how do I improve it, limit it, whatever the case. So before we get into the dirty details, just to highlight, there is a book coming out very soon. It's going to cover all this material that I've covered over the past few months, even on my blog. The resources are down below. We are going to do pre-orders very soon, so be on the lookout for that. Those links are going to be in the description, but feel free to follow me on social media at Kickers of Earth, and like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel as always. And let me know what your favorite part of this video is, and what your favorite color is, something like that too. But without further ado, let's get right into what is backswing in field goals. All right, so backswing is, in a simple sense, something that allows you to time your kick up with your field goals. So, and punts and kickoffs as well. But with a backswing, a lot of coaches might opt for a higher backswing or a low backswing. Now it just depends on who you were taught by and kind of like what the methodology is there. But typically, when you're a guy that's a little bit taller, you might even try to get some more force on it. So you might do a really big backswing, which can and can't help you. Oftentimes it's best to try to limit a high backswing, because ultimately what that leads to is a lack of timing on your kicks. So just imagine if you are going to kick a field goal and you come in with this crazy high backswing. I can't even do it really because it kind of hurts, but you're coming way back, like freaking leg at your like mid back. Oftentimes the guys will do that where they're freaking way up there. It hurts to do, but the problem is you're having so much range of motion to work through. You're having so much timing that has to be working perfectly in order for you to hit the ball correctly. So imagine you're coming in and you're swinging way up. By the point that you're like here, you should already be like hitting the ball. So you're coming way back. Your body's basically stopped all of its momentum. So now your energy is planted into the ground, and you've lost all of that energy that you just built up on your 3 steps. So now you're here, you're swinging, your timing more than likely is going to be off. Where you're here, your body's probably leaning over the ball, which isn't ideal because that means that your energy is down and you're going to more or less punch at it. So you're coming here and you're more than likely going to chop at it, where your leg comes down on it instead of like more through. So again, the timing is going to be a bit off, where your energy is now damn near past the ball and you're catching it like this, where your leg more than likely isn't locked out. Now some guys have a fast leg and they can make it work no matter what they do, even if their backswing is like up at their head. But it's ideally not optimal for you in order to hit the ball with that type of swing. So rather, what I've always been a big fan of is a lower backswing. And what I mean by that is whenever I come in, I want to keep my backswing at or below hip height. So for me, right here is fine. That's perfect, because that means that I'm driving at my hip height and I'm not coming out of my swing or out of my range. My range would be what is compact for my zone. Now here, I'm uncomfortable because it's out of my zone. Rather here too, I'm not really gearing back enough to get much force on the kick. Not that a low backswing is a bad thing. I honestly think I'd prefer a lower backswing over a higher backswing, but even then, like if I'm kicking a ball and I'm just there, it's really punchy and it doesn't seem like there's a lot of force on it. So I wouldn't drive a golf ball like this. It's hard to get a lot of force on it. I also wouldn't go like way back. So you want to find that like happy medium. As you can tell, if you follow me long enough, that's like my favorite word, which is, to me, here, like here or here. Like that's perfect. Something in that range. I mean, this is ideal too, but try, you know, something like this isn't really working too well. So how do you prevent that? Or how do you help to get a lower backswing? So the first and foremost, to me, the most important way is through your hips. So if your hips are not engaged at contact and your butt is back like this, your leg has a lot more room for error where you're coming back and you're not engaging your glutes and your hamstrings. Rather, you want to pull your hips in and engage your core, engage your hips, and get your glute involved so that you physically can't come back past this moment right here where it's at hip height. So if I disengage and I pull my hip back, I can get a lot higher, so the timing has a lot more range to go through. So I want to limit that as much as I can. So whenever I'm set, check out my hips. Whenever I'm set, I want to pull my hips in a little bit. It's real slight. I'll even scoot up a little bit so you can see. So you want to slightly engage your hips, pull them in so that when you do come into swing, you're engaged so that your glutes are activated and you're swinging, okay? The other part of that is with the backswing, a lot of guys are like leg heavy. They're not involving all of this magic right here, this whole magic zone, you know, your hips, quads, and glutes. They're mainly all leg or all hamstring. So with that, something like this where your backswing is like that, you're really all like hamstring and knee and like front of your quad. So you're really getting all of your pop there, which is not going to give you much on your bang. You know, whenever you come into contact, you're all leg. It's like the same thing in golf. If I'm all elbow and I just do that, rather you want to get your shoulders and everything involved. I'm not a golfer, so forgive me if I'm way off with the form, but ideally you want to get your hips and everything involved too, all right? So same thing here is you want to make sure that you're not just swinging with your leg. You want to get your glute and hip involved and as well as your quad. So this is what most guys will do. You want to come more back like a rubber band, come back with it, and then you can whip through it. Okay, does that make sense? Hopefully I explained that okay. Let me know in the comments if that made sense and if I could explain it a little bit better. But again, one more time, none of this, more rubber band, but make sure to keep your hips engaged so you're not rearing back, you're engaged, and you can whip through it like a rubber band, all right? So, two things, whenever you're set, pull the hips in, keep them engaged, and come back like a rubber band so you can whip through it and snap through the ball, all right? So hopefully this video helped you guys. If it did, let me know in the comments below what your favorite part was, how this shirt looks on me. I'm actually a large, so this is a medium. So, you know, I'm gonna try to hold on to the leaner version of me that I was years ago. So I won't get rid of my schmediums just yet, but we're getting there. But thank you guys so much for watching again. Links in the description below. Please follow me on my socials at Kickers of Earth and check out my website as well, kickersoferarth.com. But let me know what other questions you guys have. You can send me an email, kickersoferarth@gmail.com. But until next time, see ya. One like equals one woe, so feel free to like it up as well. Peace out.